Hello, friends. So, I want to introduce a new way of looking at your quotation fingers, negative thoughts. As you can see by the image created here, those faces surrounding the witch who looks to be deep in thought, they look pretty not happy, right? But they're still light bulbs. And this perfectly frames the message that I received from Spirit one day when I was having some what I thought were negative thoughts. And I was praying to Spirit saying, why do I keep having these recurring negative thoughts? Like, why can't I seem to bust through these particularly negative thoughts? I don't want to be a negative person. I don't want to, you know the whole spiel that you say to yourself when you're going through those things. Um, and then it came to me that what if your negative thoughts aren't what you think they are? And I probed deeper, obviously, and I was presented with this perspective shift that I'm happy to share with you now. What if your negative thoughts, what you deem as negative thoughts, are actually very real, hard truths that you are not comfortable confronting? And so, therefore, you think they are negative, but they are the realest, most amazing, powerful, raw, truthful, fiery, sparked, ignited parts of you that are done with your BS, basically. And that's why they come off a little rough around the edges, a little negative or dark, even angry, even. They're angry because they're tired of being kept in a cellar. you know, they're angry because they're tired of being boxed in and told to shut up or wait or that they're inappropriate for being who they are. And because these are very real parts of you. These are very real thoughts you might have about certain people or about situations you're in or circumstances. And you're labeling them negative and you're labeling them intrusive. But what if they're just trying to break up the monotony? What if they're just trying to break the spell that you have over yourself or have had let others put over you? Does that make sense? Because negative isn't the same as toxic. Negative energy is just as crucial as positive. So therefore it has a purpose. Negative energy is actually incredibly grounding, whereas positive energy is intensely charging. Okay. That's why we can't have too much positive energy because too much of that can be overwhelming and overstimulating. If it has no grounding point, then it can't be conducted properly. Does that make sense? You can't just thrive on high vibes and manic energy. It needs to be conducted and routed and rooted, and that's what the point of negative energy is, lower vibrational energy. Even technically our root chakra is a low vibrational energy point, but it's the most fertile because it's our root. It is the place we anchor. It is the place where our identity is formed and reformed and cleansed and regrown. And you know what I'm saying? So it's not negative in the sense that it's bad for us. It's not unhealthy because it's negative. It's not toxic because it's negative. Those are all different terms. Okay. So your negative thoughts are darker or a little harder because they're trying to ground you into reality. into the reality of what you're really thinking, what you're really feeling, what you're really believing, versus what you're force feeding yourself to think, feel, and believe. So I present this to you so you can take a different look at what you think are negative thoughts and ask those negative thoughts, how are you trying to ground me? How are you trying to assist and support me? What is the truth in this that I'm uncomfortable looking at that could actually set me free? And if you feel comfortable, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below on what surfaces for you and how this hopefully helps you form a better, healthier, and happier relationship with your negative thoughts.